The Sneezing Sky Whale. Once upon a time, high above the clouds where only the tallest dreams could reach, there lived a sky whale named Nimbus. He wasn't just any whale, he was as big as a mountain, gentle as a bubble, and his belly was so full of air that he floated through the sky like a giant balloon. But Nimbus had a problem. A very, very big problem. He sneezed. A lot. Not just any sneeze. His sneezes were sky-shaking, wind-making, cloud-breaking blasts. One sneeze could spin a whole rainbow inside out. Once, he sneezed so hard that all the birds in the sky wore their feathers backwards for a week. Nobody knew why he was sneezing. And nobody knew how to help him. But he was tired of scaring the stars and flipping the sunrises upside down. So, one bright morning, he set off on a journey to find a cure. He floated down from the high skies, passing puffy clouds that waved goodbye. First, he drifted over the ocean of ticklish waves, where dolphins tried to cheer him up with giggles. "Try breathing through your blowhole backwards," one dolphin suggested. Nimbus tried it. HHGGGRFFFF, The wave he made flipped an entire coral reef like a pancake. "Sorry," he boomed, his voice like thunder wrapped in marshmallows. Next, Nimbus visited the desert of daydreaming camels. They walked in slow, thoughtful circles and always had good advice. One ancient camel named Plup wore a crown made of sandcastles. He looked at Nimbus with squinty eyes. "You need the sneeze stone," Plup said. "What's that?" asked Nimbus. "It's a tiny pebble with magical calm inside. Only the gentle giants of the glimmering hills know where it hides." So Nimbus sneezed himself toward the glimmering hills. Literally. HHCHHHHO. He shot forward like a rocket, flying across 3 sunsets and a handful of sleepy clouds, before crash landing into a pile of fluffy moss at the foot of the glimmering hills. They sparkled under the sun like a million fireflies frozen in place. There he met the gentle giants, huge creatures made of tree trunks, moss, and kindness. They didn't speak much, but they smiled with their eyes. One of them reached into its leafy belly and pulled out a small glowing pebble. "The sneeze stone," the giant said in a voice that sounded like leaves hugging. Nimbus touched it with the tip of his fin. A warm, tingly silence wrapped around him. For the first time in weeks, no sneeze. No wiggle in his nose. No tickle in his blowhole. Just peace. But the peace didn't last long. Suddenly, a sharp little voice squeaked from inside the stone. "Excuse me. Why are you holding me?" Nimbus blinked. "Who said that?" "I did," said the stone. "Name's Dot. I'm not a cure. I'm a traveler. I just happen to be coming. Temporarily." Nimbus's eyes widened. "So you're not the answer?" "Nope," Dot said. "But I know where to go next." And just like that, Dot began to glow brighter and brighter until, pop, Nimbus was sucked into a swirl of sparkles, and before he could say, Gesundheit, he was somewhere completely different. He floated in a sky with no sun and no stars, only floating musical notes that danced around like butterflies. This was the harmony layer, where the air was made of music, and every breath was a melody. A flute-shaped bird named Zindel flew up to Nimbus. "Welcome. You must be here to tune your sneeze." "My sneeze doesn't need tuning," said Nimbus. "It needs to stop." Zindel blinked. "Why would you want that? Your sneeze is a song waiting to be heard." Before Nimbus could argue, Zindel tapped him with a wing. Bing! Nimbus's nose twitched. HHHCHHOO. But this time, no chaos. No wind. No flipping stars. Instead, the sneeze turned into a beautiful trumpet sound, sending colorful music spiraling through the air. The musical notes clapped. Zindel danced. "You're not broken," Zindel said. "You're gifted. You don't need a cure. You need a conductor." Nimbus blinked. "A what?" And just then, from behind a foggy treble-clef cloud, came a small orchestra wearing parachutes. They landed softly on Nimbus's back. They were the Toodle Tones, an orchestra of mice, all in sparkly vests, each with a tiny instrument. "We've been waiting for you," the leader said, tapping a spoon on a bowl of pudding. Apparently, it was his baton. "Ready to rehearse?" Nimbus didn't know what to say. But his nose began to twitch again. "Oh, achoo!" This time, the sneeze echoed across the sky as the mice played their instruments perfectly in sync. The wind became music. The clouds swayed. Even the moon blushed. It was beautiful. And it kept happening. Every sneeze became a symphony. A sneezy, breezy, magical masterpiece. Nimbus wasn't broken. He was born to make music, wild, wonderful, unexpected music. Now he flies across the world, sneezing symphonies with his mouse orchestra riding on his back, giving free concerts to anyone looking up at the sky. So next time you hear thunder that sounds a little too much like a trumpet, it might just be Nimbus, performing the latest sneeze sonata. See you next time, little dreamers. Sleep tight, and don't forget to sneeze with style.